nothing. I who have no one adore you and want you so. I'm just a no one with nothing to give you but oh, I love you. You buy her diamonds and bright, sparkling diamonds. But believe me, dear, when I say that she can give you the world, but she'll never love you the way you can take her any place you want, to fancy clubs and restaurants. Well, I can only watch you with my nose pressed up against the window pane. I who have nothing, and I who have no one, must watch you go dancing by, wrapped in the arms of somebody else, when darling it's I who loves you.
Starts with You is a show where we're going on a journey of self-discovery and exploration. This platform is a place for women who are transitioning and transforming. Hi, I'm Eileen Lemmelman, licensed clinical social worker and psychotherapist. We are embarking on a trip together where I will be interviewing experts and extraordinary women such as you and me. Let's start the show. Hello, 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 my ladies, my dolls, my friends. Welcome to It All Starts With You. I'm your host, Eileen Lemmelman, and wasn't that an amazing way to start the show with my good friend Jaycee?
Thank you.
Oh my God, your voice is incredible.
You're too kind, thank you.
Oh my God. I mean, it gets you
and
going.
It's early in the morning, too.
I know.
It's like, wait a minute.
It gets us going. It gets us really going.
Thank you.
So I know there was a significance for singing that particular
Yes.
song.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so excited about my upcoming show on Friday, July 15th at the Arts Garage, which is in Delray Beach. It's on 2nd Avenue, and it's going to be with my live band. It's going to be awesome. So tickets are on sale. So I'm right now, basically, that's what I'm doing, promoting Shirley Bassey.
Oh,
and,
my goodness. Well, I'm going. I already reserved my table. Well, not a whole table. 4 seats in a table.
Yay.
I'm going to be at table 12. So
Woo!
if anybody wants to join me, get some seats there. We'll all have a party because this singer, this woman is, did you get a little taste of getting all excited and getting all charged up? Well, you'll have a whole evening of that. And guess what, ladies? We need to support one another. That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
Being in a community to support. So I'm going to be there to support you.
I can't thank you enough, Eileen. Thank you so much.
And I love having you on the show.
Thank
I
you for
love your
having
voice,
me.
and I can't wait for July 15th.
I can't wait either.
To hear a whole night of you.
Thank you.
I'm so excited.
Thank you so much.
So, don't forget, go. Where do they go?
They
go to
actually
that
go to
Arts
artsgarage.org, and you can go online and you can pick your seat where you want to sit. Seats are selling, so get on there today and pick your seat. There's not a bad seat in the house.
No,
actually.
there really isn't.
The sound and everything there is just incredible. It is a great venue. It's a great room to hear live music.
It's so intimate in there.
It is. It's cabaret style.
I know, it's
it's
cabaret
tables
style.
and it's.
And we haven't had that in so long.
Yeah, it's nice.
So to get back to that is so exciting. So don't forget, go to artsgarage.org, get tickets to see Jaycee. And we're going to take a commercial break now. And when we come back, we're going to be talking with Ruth Pierce, the relationship maximizer. And if you're in any kind of question or concern about relationships, she's the one who's going to help us and guide us through it. So let's take a commercial break. And when we come back, I'll be with Ruth Pierce. See you soon.
Ruth Pierce is the relationship maximizer, guiding you to take all your relationships, personal and professional, to new levels. Building on almost 50 years of marriage and 10 years as a human resource director, she has gained the insights and tips that have created healthier relationships in all areas of life. Ruth now guides others to create relationships that are heart-centered, healed, and healthier. As you maximize your relationships, it will be your time to fly high. For more information, contact Ruth at ruthpierce.com. Kathy Mela is a dream resuscitator. Kathy breathes life into women leaders by showing them how to resuscitate their dreams, regain their sense of purpose, be more fulfilled in their career, and find balance in life. As a keynote speaker, author, coach, and mentor, Kathy brings a level of expertise to empower women to know their true value and believe in their own possibilities. Through intuitive, heart-centered listening, Kathy uncovers the magic just below the surface to breathe life into your dreams. Contact Kathy at kathymela.com or call 954-249-4379.
Heather Kerner of East Boca Acupuncture uses the ancient healing of acupuncture to help people feel better physically, mentally, and emotionally. Her experience and journey will inspire and support you on your path to better health. For more information, go to www.eastbocaacupuncture.com or call Heather at 561-528-2021.
Let's continue the journey. Now back to the show. So here we are back with my guest. Her name is Ruth Pierce. Ruth is an author. She is a speaker. She is a relationship expert. She is also, someone who can talk from experience because she's married quite a few years. I'll let her tell you when we get with her. And also she was an HR director, so she has a lot of experience about relationships. And if you're struggling to be in any kind of relationship, whether it's business, personal, romantic, Ruth has the answers, the tips, and the guide to how to be in a healthy, committed, connected relationship. So let's welcome Ruth, and let's bring her on. There you are, Ruth. Hello.
Hi. I am so glad to be here.
I am really glad to have you.
Oh, it's going to be great. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff today, and we're just going to have fun.
I know. And you know about having fun.
Yeah.
You've been married for quite a few years.
We have. We're pushing that 50-year mark. We're not quite there yet, but we're pushing it.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what's the secret to being married 50 years?
Well, I do think it starts with a commitment. And we have a legacy too, as far as with our parents were married a long time. So it starts with a commitment. And yes, I do know that there's some relationships you have to quit. But be careful that you don't just quit over something little. You know, make sure that you're committed first, and then you do the evaluation to decide if something needs to change. But yes, I do believe that there's no such thing as a perfect marriage, and all healthy marriages do have what I call healthy conflict.
Conflict. Every relationship has conflict.
It does.
And it's how we resolve the conflict that determines the health of the relationship.
Sure.
So what are some tips to resolve conflict in a marriage, for example? We'll get to the other relationships, but how about in a marriage?
Well, let's talk just in general here for just a minute, if you don't mind.
Sure.
And that is, you've got to get to the root cause. A lot of times in a relationship, we're looking at the symptoms. And the symptoms are important because they are a trail, they're breadcrumbs down to the root cause. They tell us something's wrong, and they take us down that trail. But you're going to get the change when you figure out what the root cause is. You may see anger, or you may see, like silence. You may see passive-aggressive behavior, and that's the symptoms that tell you there's something wrong. But now go down deeper and say, what is the hurt behind that anger? Where is that hurt coming from? What's really happening? Is it insecurity? Is it feeling like priorities aren't right? And that's where you do your talking. And when you do talk, I'm going to switch gears just a minute, but when you do talk, come with compassion. Don't go and say, this is wrong, we've got to fix it right now. But come with compassion, come with curiosity on what the issue is, and I forgot my other word here, so we'll just say with compassion, and we'll say with curiosity.
Curiosity, I would imagine it's courage too.
Yes, it's courage, and that's actually what I was trying to pull out, so thank you.
Yeah.
But it is courage, because it does take courage.
It does take courage to really express to your partner. Well, first of all, you have to be very, very connected to yourself and have a relationship with yourself.
Exactly.
And then after that, you can have the courage, because it's vulnerable when you go into a relationship and you say to your partner, this is what I'm feeling, this is what is bothering me, this is what I need. And that really takes courage and vulnerability, because you don't know how your partner's going to respond.
Right. And to add to that, Stephen Covey's book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, talks about seek to understand, then be understood. And so if I'm having a conflict with you, for example, if I come to you and say, can you help me understand what you're feeling or what's happening from your viewpoint? Because I really want to know. And then you're more likely to open up to me than if I come to you and say, this is what's bothering me.
Sure.
And we've got to talk about it right now.
Exactly. So come from a place of, openness and acceptance, and really curiosity about what's going on here.
Sure.
I really want to know, instead of attacking.
Yes.
Because attacking makes us very defensive.
Yes.
And then we're not going to resolve the conflict.
Right.
So what made you so passionate about relationship work and about relationships in general?
I would say my relationship journey started probably 25 years ago. And before that, I was very insecure. I didn't know who I was, and I was a people pleaser. So yeah, I would give other people what they wanted because I thought that's how they would like me. And I realized that wasn't good. And yes, there were times that things came out of me like lava from a volcano and just destroyed everything in its path. So I started that process.
What do you mean by that? That it was lava that destroyed everything in its path? Because I think people can relate to that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. for me, and I think those of you guys that are listening will relate to this in some way too, but we feel like, I thought I was passive, and I thought it was a good thing. And so I would give others what they wanted, hoping they would like me, but all the time I was hiding hurts. I was burying hurts deep inside me. And those hurts pile up, and when they do, then they overflow. And guess what? You can't be passive forever. You will become passive aggressive because there's no such thing.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, my phone is ringing.
And if it's either going to be passive aggressive manipulation, under the table, even sarcasm is passive aggressive behavior.
Yes.
Or it's going to be right out aggressive. And I can remember situations with my family where this had happened. And I can remember one relationship that it destroyed it for at least 10 years because the hurt came out and it just went like that. So yes, I don't do that anymore. I handle those hurts at the time and say, this hurt, what can we do about it? This hurt, what are you feeling? And let's talk about it.
So how did that way, that kind of behavior, that kind of approach to yourself really, how did that impact your marriage and your relationship with your husband?
It carried over. And he got some of that lava from a volcano too in the early years. He honestly did. And now we try to talk. And sometimes it's hard to talk. Sometimes it's hard to talk about the things that really are deep inside for both of us. But we're getting so much better at it. And we've learned that sometimes it's you talk a little bit and then you take a break and you celebrate what's good in your life. It's good in your relationship.
That is so important, to always celebrate what's good, because we're so used to focusing on the negative, right?
Right.
We'll look at what's not right in the relationship and we might even harp on that. But take a moment to celebrate each other.
Sure.
Celebrate what's good in the marriage.
Yep.
I love that.
Yep.
So we're going to continue this discussion. When we come back, we're going to talk about other relationships that need real compassion and care, and we're going to talk about some tips and guidelines of how to handle yourself in a relationship. After we go to commercial break, we're going to come back and speak more with Ruth Pierce. So stay tuned. Everyone has a story to tell, and I want to hear yours. I'm Eileen Lemmelman, host of It All Starts With You. Our stories are a unique way to appreciate, understand, and respect each other. Your story of transformation in life and business serves as an inspiration for us all. I'm offering you a platform to highlight your powerful message and journey. Contact me, Eileen Lemmelman, host of It All Starts With You, at itallstartswithyou.live. I look forward to connecting with you.
Patti Shotwell, the insurance lady, is a retirement planner and an independent broker. Assisting people of all ages with health insurance and life insurance, Patti is a retirement specialist helping the senior population with Medicare, long-term care, legacy, family security, and nest egg protection. From health and medical, income and savings, final expenses and estate planning, extended care and long-term care, Patti focuses on educating clients and on making sure that questions are answered and problems are solved. For more information, contact Patti at 954-540-7850.
Let's continue the journey. Now back to the show. Okay, so we're back here with Ruth Pierce, And we are continuing our discussion about relationships. She is the relationship maximizer. And I guess I have a question. What are some common mistakes that people make in relationships, not only marriage, but in friendships or in business? What are some of the common mistakes that people make?
That's a loaded one. There's all kinds of different ways we could go with that. But I'm going to branch out just a little bit, and you made reference to this. The more secure I am within myself, then the more I can reach out and reach out in a healthy manner. So I would say that's one of them. The common mistake is not being secure in who you are, because what you want are two healthy entities to go further in the friendship or the relationship, because if you're healthy within yourself, then you're comfortable if somebody tells you they're not comfortable with something you're doing or your behavior. Like if I'm very secure in who I am, and Eileen says something to me like, Ruth, do you realize that you do this when you talk to me or something like that? If I'm not comfortable, I'm going to get defensive. But if I'm good, then that's there. And I would say another one is not recognizing the relationships that you do have around. You think about the common ones, like we said, with marriage, with kids, parents, friends. But what about with organizations? That's a huge one. And you do want, even in an organization, you want to get to a place what I call interdependent relationships. This is true with everybody. All your relationships fit into this. Because if I'm too dependent on a relationship, like if I'm too dependent on Eileen over here for anything, especially if we were close, whether it be financial or emotional or mental, then if something needs to be addressed in our relationship, I'm going to be scared to address it. Because I'm too dependent on her.
Right. You're afraid that you're going to be left with nothing.
Right, right. That she's going to reject me, basically. So the first step is to get to independence, and then you want to go to interdependent, where it's two healthy people moving up together because they want that win-win. And so yes, in all your relationships, you're looking for win-win. You're looking for collaboration. And that's, I would say that's the most common one that you see. Now you see symptoms, but it's all related to that not feeling secure in myself and being too dependent on another. If you dig down to that root cause, I think that's probably the source of all the things that we see.
So I could tell you're so passionate about living in very, very healthy, committed relationships. So what made you want to do this as a living, as a career, as, you know, a helper, as a coach? What made you want to do that?
I think because I was stuck for so many years, and I have seen how it's changed my life. And yes, I do feel like it's my purpose. I do feel like it's my calling, because I realize how much the things that I have learned have helped me, and I want to help as many people as I can to make their relationships better. And yes, when you're talking relationships, it takes time. It's not going to be a quick fix. And the deeper the hurt that's been there, the longer it takes. But it's so, so worth it.
Oh,
it really
absolutely.
is, because relationships make us.
So did the coaching come before the book? Because Ruth wrote a book called Time to Fly. Let's talk about your book a little bit. So was that an outlet or an, you know, sort of come out of all of your work? Or did the book come first and then you went into coaching?
I would say the book was early on. Once I learned that I had learned some things, and yes, the book isn't just about relationships, but a lot of it's in here. It's how to be healthier emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. And yes, I don't consider myself a physical guru because there's so many people in that space, but I do feel like I'm a guru emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And so that's where I focus, even though for myself, I do focus physically because I know it's so important.
But you know, one thing that keeps coming up as you're talking, and I'm noticing, that you're really talking about, first and foremost, you have to have a healthy, loving, compassionate, caring relationship with yourself.
Absolutely.
In order to have it with anybody else.
Absolutely.
That keeps coming up so strong in everything that you're saying.
In fact, let me take that a step further, if that's okay. It is the thermostat on how high your other relationships can go. Think about that. Let it set there. So if you want to have great relationships with other people, then raise your thermostat on how much you love yourself, how much you've forgiven yourself, how much you believe in yourself, and how much you value yourself. When I first started my personal journey, this is where I had to start. And I realized, Eileen, that I didn't even know myself. I had given away myself so much that I had to start at ground zero in a lot of ways and love myself, forgive myself, believe in myself, value myself, and then find out everything I could about me.
You know, as Ruth is talking, I have to just say, she just is this calming voice, this, you know, just this really rational, reasonable voice that just really makes it all understandable and all just within our reach.
It is.
I just am so sort of mesmerized by what you're saying. It's just beautiful, actually, what you're saying.
Thank you.
That, you know, it's sort of like poetry in a relationship, in a relationship with yourself and with others. I love it.
It is.
So we're gonna, those of you who have been watching me know that I'm gonna be speaking tomorrow in Delray at a super event called Unleash Your Superpowers. And Ruth is also gonna be speaking. And you still have time to get some tickets to Unleash Your Superpower. We're going to be talking. I mean, it's going to be an unbelievable room filled with charge.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no way that you're not going to get little nuggets of wisdom, if not big nuggets of wisdom, and you're going to get inspired and you're going to feel excited and encouraged. And isn't that the step towards really creating what we want in our life?
Oh, yes. Yes. And we all have a superpower. We may not realize it, and I think sometimes we have different ones as we go through life, but what is your superpower and how do you want to unleash it?
Right. What is your superpower and how can you bring that superpower into a healthy relationship? Right?
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, we had the most amazing discussion today with Ruth Pierce, the relationship maximizer. She wrote a book, Time to Fly. We're going to be speaking tomorrow at Unleash Your Superpowers. Join us because it is sure to be an unbelievable day. And I hope, Ruth, that you will come back again and be a guest on my show again because you have a lot of wisdom that we could all use. So as you can see, having a healthy relationship takes the commitment to not only the person, but it must start with a commitment to yourself. It must start with a healthy relationship with yourself. And, have the courage, the confidence, and the clarity to be able to express exactly who you are with your partner, with your coworker, with your friend, whoever it is. But that's really what brings us joy in our life, when we can relate in a healthy way. But as I said, it all starts with you, ladies. It all starts with you having this unbelievable insight, connection with yourself, and using that as a launch to be in healthy relationships. So I'm going to end here, and as much as I hate to say goodbye, we're going to say goodbye, and I'm going to see you next week, and we're going to have another unbelievable discussion with another guest. And remember, ladies, it all starts with you. You have been watching It All Starts With You. New and exciting opportunities are ahead of you. You are creating your own destiny. Until we meet again, my friends, it all starts with you.